Mini Wonders, bringing kids' stories to life.
In the vast icy wilderness of the South Pole, where glaciers and icebergs dominate the landscape and ice sparkles like diamonds under the sun, there lived a penguin named Peggy, a young and sprightly bird with a fluffy chest and a curious beak. Peggy loved to waddle around and play with her friends, but she had a big problem. She often found herself distracted, wasting time on little things instead of doing what she needed to do. One bright morning, Peggy's mother told her, "Peggy, can you help me to collect some fish from the nearby fishing hole? We're having visitors tonight, and we need enough food for everyone." Peggy, excited at the responsibility, nodded eagerly. However, as she set off, her attention was quickly stolen by the snowflakes fluttering around her. "They're so pretty," Peggy thought, and began chasing and twirling around with them, completely forgetting her important task. As time ticked by, Peggy's friend, Simon Seal, slid over on his belly. "What are you doing, Peggy?" he asked with a puzzled look. "I'm playing with the snowflakes," Peggy replied cheerfully. "But what about collecting fish for your family?" Simon reminded her. Peggy gasped, realizing how much time she had wasted. Hurrying now, Peggy reached the fishing hole. But by the time she got there, it was already crowded with other penguins who had the same idea. She waited and waited, feeling anxious as the sun began to dip low in the sky. By the time she caught enough fish, it was almost evening. Panting and tired, Peggy waddled back home as fast as she could. She arrived just in time to see her visitors arriving. Her mother looked relieved to see the fish, but Peggy felt so bad. She knew she had just barely made it in time because she had wasted the morning. That night, as Peggy lay in her cozy ice nest, she thought about the day. "I had fun with the snowflakes, but it almost caused a problem for my family," she reflected. The next day, Peggy decided to try a new approach. When her mother asked her to gather some shiny ice crystals for decorating the house, Peggy nodded. This time, she walked straight to the ice fields without stopping to watch the frolicking baby seals or the dancing auroras. Peggy returned home much quicker than usual, and with plenty of time left, she even helped her mother set up the decorations. "I finished everything so fast today," Peggy beamed proudly. Her mother smiled, ruffling her feathers. "I noticed that, Peggy. It's great to enjoy the little things, but you remembered to do what was needed first. Well done." From that day on, Peggy always remembered to get on with what she needs to do before she does anything else. She realized that by not wasting time, she could do everything she wanted, both her tasks and her fun. And so, Peggy the Penguin learned that by getting on and focusing on the task at hand, she could complete her responsibilities quicker and with better results. She realized the importance of managing her time wisely, making her days both productive and enjoyable, all under the shimmering lights of the South Pole.